Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Reality Buzz TV, where we talk about all things reality TV shows. So, listen, you guys, today I want to talk about the upcoming reunion of This Body Works for Me, and they have announced the host, okay? And I am happy, and but I'm also unsure, okay? And I'll tell you all about it. I'm happy that they have decided to not bring back Usol because Sol Phenduka did not do, in my opinion, you guys, I did not feel like Sol Phenduka did well with the last reunion of This Body Works for Me, which was for season one. He really just couldn't handle the girls, and we did not get any of the answers that we wanted. It was just a mess. The whole reunion was a mess. So I'm glad that they changed him. Okay. So they decided to get Mablerh to be the host of the reunion for season two of This Body Works for Me. And here's the thing with my play. I mean, I think if you watch my reviews for Real Housewives of Durban, you would conclude that I'm probably going to be happy about this. And this is a thing that is really making me uncomfortable a little bit because listen, I love my reunion, you guys. My reunions for my shows, the shows that I love to watch the reunion. Sometimes I will not be able to watch the show, but definitely watch the reunion. And when the host is good, then the reunion is really, really good. Okay. Here is the thing with my play. When my play did Real Housewives of Durban season three, you guys, it was like magic. I thought the best that we have had in South African reality show reunions. He did very well. He asked the questions that we wanted to hear about. And I thought, listen, we have found our host for all the reunions in South Africa. I was happy with him. I was like, they don't even need to be looking for another host for the next seasons. Okay. But I was thinking Real Housewives. Okay. And I thought they must just use him for all of the franchises when it comes to the reunions. So after the season three of Real Housewives of Durban, that's how I was feeling. Then he hosted the reunion for Real Housewives of Gqeberha. People always say that I pronounce that name wrong. Sorry, you guys. Um, but when he did that reunion, what a mess it was. He just couldn't handle the mess. He couldn't get them together. He couldn't, at some point, he even walked out and screamed at them. So I was like, ha. And then what happened to the Mablerh that was hosting the reunion for Real Housewives of Durban? It was like he handled it very different, and it almost felt like he was overwhelmed. Then he also did Real Housewives of Johannesburg, and it was just as like a bigger mess than Gqeberha was. So I kind of felt like, okay, is he a good host, or he is a good host when the cast is behaving? Because like when it gets messy and people are screaming at each other, he gets frustrated too. He's also screaming like he's one of the cast members. So I wasn't impressed with how he hosted Gqeberha, and I wasn't impressed with how he hosted Real Housewives of Johannesburg. So then it left me uncertain about how good he is as a host of the reunion, because yes, he did well in Durban, but maybe that's because the women acted professional and he was able to control the situation, you know. And when things are starting to get crazy, then he's not able to do that. And this is a crazy show, you guys. These are crazy girls. Okay, these are the girls that will fight on stage with Real Housewives. They can promise to fight each other, but they don't, okay, because they don't really want to fight on TV. And also they don't know how to fight. I think I can sit here and say it, because they always act like they know how to fight, and I'm like, I am bakwazi nokulwa lana bethembisana ukuthi bazoshayana laphana ononkonosli. So you guys, this is a crazy show. This Body Works for Me is a crazy show. They're not worrying up. They're not worried about image and all of that. They're going to be throwing things at each other, swearing at each other, all of that. So now, thinking about how he hosted at Gqeberha, now I'm worried about, is he going to be good with this show? Because these are not the girls that are going to be trying to act all classy and all. So I hope he's ready, you guys, because I'll be disappointed if he does what he did with Gqeberha, which was not a good job. I hope he does what he did with Devon, but these girls are not going to behave like the Devon housewives. Mm-mm. No, that's not the show. So let's see what the Sunday World is saying about him hosting the reunion. It says, Mablerh to hold this body works for me, cast accountable. I hope so, you guys. I hope so. This is a story by Umbali. Umbalenhle Zuma. It says, radio and TV personality Mthokozisi Mablerh Cele has been announced as the host of season 2 of this Body Works for Me reunion. Mablerh says that there are many things that happened this season and he wants to get into them. The Showmax original reality series is revealing look at a South African adult entertainment industry. Listen, you guys, I will say this, with this Body Works for Me, I enjoy season 1 more than I enjoy season 2. Season 2 felt like they were just figuring things out as they were going. It was like they don't have a plan on how the storylines are going to go. So at some point I was getting lost. So I still feel like season 1 was better than season 2, but we'll see how they do at the reunion. In the reunion, we will hear from Bubbly, Diamond, Dion, Gina, Libo, Prima Donna, and Wandy. We will also get to the roots of all the drama that unfolded right before our eyes. Mablerh said that he is a big fan of the show and being granted the opportunity to host the reunion, and he had to grab it with both hands. By the way, you guys, there is a lot of fights that go on with the cast even after the show has ended. And I had one of the cast members actually send me some voice notes of them fighting with each other on WhatsApp, which I never really posted because some of the stuff that was said in the voice notes, I just felt like they were too personal. But there's a lot that's going on with them as they watch the show and they watch each other, what they say about each other, then they have that back and forth with each other on the WhatsApp. So by the time they get to the reunion, it's really, really heated. Sometimes more heated than it should be for people that just watch the show. So in the reunion, okay, Mablerh said that he is a big fan of the show and being granted the opportunity to host the reunion, he had to grab it with both hands. I mean, it's a job after all. It would have, it wouldn't make sense for him not to take it. Any chance I get to facilitate real conversations, I'm more than happy to participate to get to the crux of the issue. But I hope that Mablerh watched the first reunion so that he understands that even though it's about them having a conversation, they might not be wanting to have a conversation, but wanting to lay hands on each other. So that mentally he is prepared on how he's going to handle that situation so that even for us, the whole thing still makes sense, even with the craziness. There are so many things that happened this season, and I would be a disservice for me not to get into them, said Mablerh. Mablerh said for the reunion, he wants to grant the ladies a chance to clarify things that have happened on and off the show. I want them to own things that they have said and done. I'm going to hold the cast accountable while giving them the freedom to express themselves in any way that they want to. Mablerh is no stranger to the role. He has hosted a number of reunions, such as Real Housewives of Durban, Gqeberha, and others. I am a very liberal person, so my approach is very simple. I'm going to treat this reunion just like any other reunion. I am going to ask the hard questions. Listen, you guys, this reunion should not be treated like any other reunion because it is not like any other reunion. Because the producers just try to make it more trashy, and so the beef is a little bit different. Okay, there is something different about this show. And this cast will do what the other cast on the other shows will not do. So I hope he is ready for that. Zinzi Velelo Alake, executive producer, said they picked Mablerh to be the host of the reunion for a reason. He said Mablerh is not afraid of any conversation. This means no conversation is off limits for him. Okay, this season has been very eventful. Mablerh is the perfect fit for the strong ladies. Firstly, he is a fan of the show. Secondly, he is experienced. He is an experienced conversation curator who can lead the conversation and make the ladies comfortable while holding them accountable and asking all the tough questions viewers want answers to, said Velelo. The reunion special for this Body Works for Me, season 2 will air in February the 23rd, 2024. Listen, you guys, I have two more episodes that I haven't watched of this season. I will watch it over the weekend so that I can catch up for the reunion. Listen, you guys, like I said, anything is possible. He might be really, really good, or it might be the Gqeberha situation. So we'll have to see. But I'm hoping it's going to be really, really good. I miss watching really good reunions. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me what you think about this. Do you think Mablerh is a good fit for these girls? Do you think that he will be able to handle these girls? The craziness. If he wasn't able to handle the housewives of Gqeberha, is he going to be able to handle these girls? Okay, tell me about it in the comment section. And who else would you suggest? I know some of you are going to say Musa Kaul. Who else would you suggest to be the host of the reunion for This Body Works For Me? Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Tanda. Kakuru.